Hello, goodbye March. It's been a busy month, done a lot of stuff. I'm gonna tell you about all the stuff. This one, I'm gonna try and keep it quick, but man, buckle up. It's a lot of stuff I did this month. First of all, I just want to thank you guys so much for being on the stream. I talked about the stream a couple weeks ago. It went really well. We raised over $2,700 for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It was really successful. Tons of people showed up, hundreds at a time. It was awesome. I actually got to be on 3 streams. I know I originally said I was gonna be on 4, but it ended up being 3. And they all went really well. I just want to thank you guys that showed up. You know, if people said they didn't have a chance to get on there because they were busy, I totally get it. You know, I'm like Mr. Busy, so I understand. You can still check out the stream though. There's links below, so you can check out the stream that we recorded. They're all on there. And you can also still, of course, donate. And I'll put a link for that as well below. So I was on 3 streams. The first one was with Rue from 16-Bit Gems, Clan of the Grey Wolf. I got to watch him play Umihara Kawase, which I'll talk about in a minute. Sute Hakun, which means basically to suck up and vomit, to suck up something and spit it. It's a puzzle game. It's like a puzzle platformer game where you're one of those glass birds that like picks up liquid, so you suck it up and then you spit it out, and different colored liquids make the blocks that you have to jump on behave differently, vertically, horizontally, diagonally, and that's how you solve the puzzles. Really interesting game. And the third one he played was Back to the Future 2 on Super Famicom. So I got to watch him play that, commentate, whatever, while we were playing it, and you know, kind of look at the chat. You know, people were talking on the stream. I've never streamed before, so this was totally new to me, but it was a very positive experience. Everyone was super cool, and thank you again for showing up. Really appreciate it. The second stream I was on was with Michael Anthony from Still Loading. He came over to my house and we got to hang out, play some games. We played some games on the stream, and then afterwards he brought his PC engine and we got to play a bunch of games on that. But anyway, the games that we played on there, I gotta look at this, it's Japanese. We played Ranma ni no Ichi, Chogi Rambuhen, and Parodius. So those 2 games we played, and we just kind of did some chatting with people and that kind of stuff while we played those 2 crazy games. One was from Ranma 1/2, it's like a fighting game. And the other one is Parodius, which is like a parody on Gradius, however you want to say it. You know, Japanese shooter. But it's really wacky. You got to check it out. Had a lot of fun on that stream. You know, it was nice to have someone else in the room with me. And then I got to do one after that on Sunday, actually 2. The first one was just me. It was doing my Q&A like I said I was going to do. And thank you for showing up, because I was so worried that no one was going to show up. It was just going to be me talking for nobody. Like, my mom might watch. Hi, Mom. It's just me. And she was on there, actually. She was watching. My stream, you know, first stream, a lot of people watching. I was super nervous, but it actually went really well. How many times have I said it went really well? It really went well. Everyone was super cool on there. You guys asked me a lot of awesome questions, and I actually thought it'd be kind of boring if I just did question and answer. And since I was able to work out the technical issues when Michael Anthony came over and we played the games, I was like, I might as well play a game. So I ended up playing Ganbare Goemon 2, which was a game that Justin covered live at Kanji. So, you know, it was really cool to get to do that, you know, play the game that he was playing. And it was actually a game that I thought I owned, but I actually didn't. The game that I owned was Ganbare Goemon 2 Gaiden, and this is just Ganbare Goemon 2. Totally different. It's similar to Mystical Ninja on Super Nintendo, while Ganbare Goemon 2 Gaiden is a game that's like an RPG. It is an RPG, so you can't play this. It's not a game you can play without knowing Japanese very well, or at least moderately well. To be honest with you guys, I'm really not good at multitasking. I gotta kind of focus on one thing and do just that. So I was trying my best to check the comments and respond to them, and to play the game at the same time and think about it. You know, I'm not very familiar with the game. I got to play it a very short period of time before that, the same day in fact. And I was trying to figure out, okay, where do I gotta go? What am I doing? Okay, I gotta answer this question and stuff. But it went really well. People seemed happy with it. You know, they enjoyed the stream. So I was thinking, you know, people were saying you should do more streams. So it's something I'm thinking I might want to do. Maybe start monthly, maybe go to weekly after that or something. Just so you know, I'm on Twitch. I haven't done anything except for that one thing. But you can check me out on Twitch. Let's get 047. I tried Goemon 047. I don't know why it's not on there. Maybe I took it and forgot the password. I don't know, whatever. I'll let you guys know the next time I stream, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it went really well. You can check out the streams that I did, the 4 in the links. You may have noticed I'm wearing this awesome shirt of a hot pizza. I got this from Johnny Ketchum, buddy of mine. You guys are awesome, you know, fans and friends. Just have been sending me stuff. I got this shirt from Johnny Ketchum, who lives locally. I can, you know, hang out with him and that kind of thing. I also got another one. Let me show you it. And I got this shirt from Davo Banjo, who I've talked about multiple times. He was actually just on the podcast I'm going to talk about in a second. but he bought this shirt for me, really awesome. So thank you, Johnny Ketchum and Dave Banjo, for my awesome new shirts. There's also something on the way from me from Wilson309, gotta give a shout out. Dude's really awesome. I was on the stream and he was very active in the chat. So asking me really good questions and that kind of stuff, and he blows glass. So he's gonna send me some awesome stuff like a one-up mushroom. It's not here by the time I'm doing this video, but next month I'll talk about it when I get it. So thank you very much, that's awesome. So like I said, busy month this month. Other things that I've gotten done, I did the laser invasion zapper video. That's up right now. It's already up, but here's the link in the description as well. So as I mentioned before, I was looking for the next zapper video I was gonna do, and I asked you guys for your input. And you know, there were 8 games, you know, this times 2, and I put it up and you guys have responded. So I'm gonna show you a graph in a second, but I gotta tell you, the overwhelming winner is Bayou Billy. There were a couple other games that got some interest, but Bayou Billy was far and away the next one that I'm gonna be covering. And I kind of figured that was what it was gonna be. So Bayou Billy is the next one I'm gonna be doing. Stay tuned for that. You know, I'm hoping to get it done in April, hoping. But I've also started the video game years 1985, so it could be May, to be honest with you, but I'll do my best to get it done in April. Next thing I got done this month was the podcast, episode 12, I believe, Super Metroid. It's a 20th year anniversary from its release. We're about between the Japanese and American release on that, so it was a good time to do the podcast. Guests on it were Dave Banjo and Johnny Ketchum, so peep it out. It's up. It should be up now. You know, we always have technical problems at the last minute, and this was recorded late. I just finished editing it today, and I've been really busy today. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Also out now, the Videocade Commentaries did a movie, like a proper movie, kind of. Double Dragon, the cartoon, the movie, about the video game, the cartoon of it, video game movie. It's hilarious in its terribleness. Is that a word? Yeah, it is. I just said it. Also, last week, I believe, we recorded back-to-back episodes of a new series that we haven't touched on yet, and that'll hopefully be up probably next month at this rate, because we just did the Double Dragon movie, so peep it. I also have to mention Marius Dixon has contacted me and said that there's a movement to get Goemon, my Goemon, this Goemon, into, I hope that's the right side. I hope that's the right side I put pictures on. I can't tell, it's backwards. This side, this side. The movement is to get Goemon in Super Smash Brothers, the new one that's coming out. And that would be super sweet. I hope it could happen. So check out in the links below the movement to get that in the game. To get Goemon in the game. Get Goemon in the game. He deserves to be in there. He's like super popular in Japan, but mildly popular here. I love him. So time for the news section, positive feedback last month, so thank you guys for telling me about that. I'm gonna tell you now what I've been playing and what I've been buying. I've been doing both. So for what I've been playing, kind of the same games, unfortunately. There's been some new games, but mostly I've been playing Zelda Link Between Worlds. I think I'm 2 sages away from potentially beating it. Like I said, it's a lot like Link to the Past, so it's kind of the same thing, you know, looking for the sages and that kind of stuff. So I think I'm getting close to the end, but really great game. It's perfect for portable. The difficulty level is perfect. You know, it's not too hard, it's not too easy, and it's perfect for pick up and play for a little bit, save it, and then just come back to it when you get a chance. So I love it. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. Very good game. Unfortunately, I really don't have that much free time to play games, so portable games are kind of the way to go for me. When I have a chance, like at the very end of the night, I'll be working on, you know, the video game years or a podcast or a video or something like that. The last hour before I go to bed, hour or 2, I'll play EDF 2025. And I think I'm getting close to the end. I'm on like level 62 or something like that. Like 62 levels in the game so far. And I don't know how many there are, but it's freaking huge. It's a massive game and it's a lot of fun. So if you like big, dumb, fun action, it's basically like an action movie where you just explosions and crap like that. That's basically the comparison, you know, a big blockbuster movie with a bunch of dumb explosions and just like pretty surface level stuff. That's what you're looking for when you play an EDF 2025. Really fun, really dumb, play it. Outside of that, I bought some new games. I've been playing some games on my Game Theory Admiral, which is not the best way to play it because like I said, resolution not very good, hard to get the games to work on it. but when you get it to work, you just got to make sure you don't move it too much, because it's like the Sega Nomad, little Game Boy looking thing that plays Famicom games on it. If you move it too much, it's got this crazy extension out the back. I'll show you sometime. And if you move it a little bit, it's like, meh, done. Like, think about when you're playing NES. If anyone bumps at NES, not gonna work. Same thing happens with this. So you've got to like, careful. It's portable, but only just. So I was using that to test out some of the following games. Here's what I picked up this month. Fair warning, some of these games that I bought are just kind of for research purposes. They're not games that I would normally have purchased, but F-15 Strike Eagle. Why do I have it? Research. It might be a good game, but I've never played it. Road Blasters. My friend said this is a really good game, but I haven't had a chance to play it, so I don't know. But research. Have you guessed why I'm researching these yet? You probably know. Dribble, dribble. Put the sample in there. So Double Dribble. I don't like sports games. I remember playing Double Dribble with some friends, but not my favorite, but research. Silent Service. I actually remember buying this way back in the day. I bought it at a used game store, and the reason I bought it, well, I rebought it recently because I returned it at the time because I thought it was a game called Rescue on NES, and I think it was Norm that did a really good game quickie. I'll link that below too. That did a really good game quickie of Rescue. Love that game. And I was looking for Rescue. I was like, I know it's like a stealthy game, Silent Service. And then I remember some guy saying, you know what this is, right? And I was like, yeah, I know what it is, Silent Service. And I took it home, I was like, I don't like it. And so I took it back. Nowadays, I think I could put up with that kind of thing. Back then, I was not prepared to play like a submarine game. Since then, I picked up, there's one on the 3DS, what's it called? Steel Diver. And I picked that up. It's got unique controls, to say the least. And I picked it up for like $3. And it was super worth it because it's an interesting game. It's not the best game, but it's fun and it's very interesting. It's really niche kind of thing that you would only see in Japan normally, I think. It's really cool. Oh man, talk about a game that has really cool cover art, but isn't that great. It's not that fun to play. This got a small part in NES Remix, and it was actually my friend Andrew who does the podcast with me. His kids love this game. They play this every freaking time. Every time we turn on NES Remix, they want to play this because they can beat it, because they know they can beat it. It's not a great game, you know. I've seen a lot of people complain whenever Nintendo on Virtual Console, they start releasing their games, they always release this and people are like, come on, like it's not that good of a game. It's really not that great, but look at the cover art. It's pretty good. It looks pretty cool. I don't know. I would think that it's a lot more fun than it actually is. This might be the second or third time I've bought this game. Other ones I've bought have been in such bad condition. They've been so just raggedy and dirty on the inside, but this is gonna be one of those Power Pad games that I've never gotten a chance to play, but I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power and be like, man, that looks cool. Doesn't that look cool? I don't know, it's probably blurry. Yeah, something. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I don't think I've been saying the names of any of these, but anyway, research. Never played it. A lot of these games, actually. Super Sprint, look at all these Tengen games I have, you know, unauthorized upside down black cartridge games. Research. Get ready for this. Got some Master System games. I have the Power Base Converter or whatever for Sega Genesis. I can't remember what it's called. I think that's what it's called. And you can actually play, it's a reverse compatible add-on for Sega Genesis where you can play Master System games. And I got Outrun, Space Harrier. Look at the awesome art that came on the Master System games. You've got that crazy grid in the background and then just goofy as crap art on the front. Look at how goofy that is. But I love it. And finally, for Master System, we got Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Okay. Next two games, I gotta thank Wilson309, Ryan Wilson, the guy who I said is gonna send me the glass art that he does, the blown glass art. We were on the stream and he said, hey, you know, you didn't have that game. I just went online on eBay and I bought these games. Here's a link to these super cheap games. I got both of these for like $12. We have the first Ganbare Goemon on a Famicom, and I've played this. I actually own this on Famicom Mini for the Game Boy Advance. And look at how cool. Look at how cool. That's so cool. And we have Ganbare Goemon 2 on the Famicom. How cool is that art? Look at how cool. Thank you for focusing. That's awesome. Both of those for like 11 bucks, are you kidding? Barely any shipping and handling. It came from Japan and the seller's super sweet. He gives me these Miracle Battle card asses. They're card ass shit. Save the best for last. I've been thinking about getting this game for a real long time. You know, like I said, I dipped back into Justin's stuff and I really, you know, he really made me want to play this game. Boku Dracula-kun. And I picked it up. It wasn't that expensive, got it on eBay. It had to been like 20 bucks or something like that, and I think that was a fair price. It's a freaking awesome game. I got to play it on the Game Theory Admiral, and you know, even though the resolution isn't good, this game is a lot of fun. You know, gosh, I really want to play it full blown on the screen and everything. Looking forward to the Retron 5, you know, HD output and all that kind of stuff. I think that'll work. So I really want to play this game full blown the whole way through. Maybe I'll do something on it someday, but I don't know. Shit. Of course I dropped that. And the piece de resistance, I don't know if that was good or not, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Picked up Umihara Kawase. This was like, I don't know, 70 something bucks probably, but it's super complete. Is that a thing? It's super complete, ultra mint. It's in great condition. I dropped it a second ago. It's great. It's in perfect condition. It has everything with it. I can't wait to play it. I don't have anything to play it on right now because my Super Nintendo's conked out for some reason. I do have a converter that will allow me to play Super Famicom games, but I'm probably gonna have to play this on the Retron 5, but it's so good. Look at that art. Here's the back. It just looks so good. I just have to show you this. In Japan, they get the best packaging. Like even the spine looks good. Look at how good that looks. You kidding me? It's brilliant. I was really glad to pick up those games because, you know, Justin and I had talked about them and I was like, man, I gotta get those, you know. I've just been lazy about importing games, you know. I used to do it for a while and I got kind of in debt doing it, you know. I was spending way more money than I had. So I was like, okay, pull the reins on that. Stop buying so much stuff on eBay and that kind of thing, you know, spending about as much as I had or maybe more than I had. And I'm kind of getting back into it, but a little bit more safely, I suppose, you know, a couple a month, you know, I think is probably a good way to do it. So doing these videos, I'll buy the games and I'll talk about them just once a month. Final bit of news, I've been working on my basement, got, you know, my tax return like I was talking about last month, and working on the bar right now. I'm looking at an almost complete bar. Just have to get some countertops and some other knickknacks and stuff. One of the countertops is gonna be hard because I talked about that custom one in my last update video for my game room. That's gonna be really difficult, but working on it right now, you know, actually just earlier today, I'm tired, I'm really tired if you couldn't tell, and tomorrow I'm gonna work on it again. My parents have been really nice helping me out with that, so we're gonna work on it again tomorrow. And hopefully I wanna get it done, you know, by the end of June is the goal. So June or July, I'd like to have the final update video about my game room, but we'll see, so stay tuned for that. Thanks to Dave O'Banjo and Johnny Ketchum and Ryan Wilson for sending me all that stuff. Really cool, I really, you know, I didn't ask for it, you know, but I really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. So that's what I got for this month. Thanks again for everybody that jumped on the stream and checked that out. You know, hopefully streaming more frequently, once a month or every week. We'll see what ends up happening. I'll let you know when I do that. You can follow me on Twitter, Goemon047 on that. And other than that, I'll see you next month.